Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another house update. So if you've missed any videos in this Building Our Home Sweet Home series, I will put a link to that playlist up there. But just a quick recap, we purchased a new build home in 2016 in October. It was originally supposed to close in October of 2018. We've been delayed 3 times now, from October to January, January to May, and May now to next January. And our last delay is a week before the end of our contract, where we could decide if we wanted to wait until it's done or we can walk away at that point. So in the last update, I kind of gave news that we finally have information that we had our decor and structural appointment coming up. So that's an appointment where you choose like any structural things to your house, like doors to garages, adding pot lights, smooth ceilings, anything like that. And then also decor in terms of picking like your cabinets, your counters, your floors, your trim, your doorknobs, your faucets, everything like that. So we had that appointment at the end of September, and it was a lot. So this is strictly from our experience. This is our first home, so we've never done this before, and I don't know if we'll ever do it again, but I'm just gonna walk you through kind of what our experience was and the things that we chose to upgrade. Just from our experience, we're in Canada. For some reason, new builds you purchase them so far in advance here. Like we bought it with the first closing date two years out from when we were gonna buy it. And now it's been almost another year, so it's been a very long process. It's been really stressful. And I'm just going to kind of explain what our experience was with our appointment. So I have a notebook here that I wrote down everything that we did upgrade, so I'll just be like explaining that. I'm not giving prices or anything, and some things will be kept private just for privacy's sake, so hopefully you can understand that. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump in. So we really haven't heard anything other than you're delayed from our builder up until this point, and we went into the appointment with like that was the first time that we had been face to face with someone since we signed papers, essentially. And this person is just in charge of the decor, so they don't really have a hand in anything. So we really tried to be respectful of that going into it, even though there's a lot of frustration that's built up, you know. And we got in there and she said that due to the town, the elevation of your house is changed, which means the exterior finish of it. So when we purchased brick and stone, and now it's going to be brick and siding, to which we basically don't have any control over. And so basically, if you're going through this experience, know that basically it's in the, at least from our experience, and we've spoken to our lawyer, and basically builders will have in the contract that they can make changes as they see fit. So basically that's that, and we get a slight refund at closing, or we could have used the credit towards the decor. So then there's that. Next, we were told that due to the grading, we can't get a door to our garage. So that means that the level difference between the garage and the house would be so different that the stairs would have to go out so far to code that then you wouldn't be able to park a car in the garage. So that was really frustrating because that was something that we really wanted. But again, that's what this process has been so far. So then we found that out. But we got nothing going into this, and I can assume that most builders would probably be the same. Like, they don't give you a booklet of your options, so you are pressured into making all those decisions in a 3-hour appointment. And we were under the impression that they were originally supposed to be 2 appointments, and now they're 1. So as you can probably imagine, it was really stressful, and I was like a ball of anxiety going into that appointment because there was so much unknown. And I'm just happy to have it behind us. It was really unorganized and all over the place, and that was kind of just our experience. There just wasn't time to go through like every single thing, so like I'm sure there are other upgrades that we weren't even told about, but again, we weren't going to put a ton of money into it, so we probably wouldn't have been able to afford it at all. The other thing is to expect like crazy markups, because that's where builders can make their money, and we knew that some stuff was going to be bad, but it was even worse than we thought. So things like smooth ceilings were like thousands of dollars, and especially for our lower level, like it's not by room, it's by floor basis. So like for our lower level, the kitchen and dining area would be smooth already, that for essentially 2 rooms it was thousands of dollars. So it would have been the same price to do the lower level or the upstairs, which is crazy. And like pot lights were ridiculous. Like a lot of things that we thought we were gonna get, we didn't end up getting because the prices were insane. So again, just be aware, and yeah. Okay, so I have pictures on my phone, so I will try to put those in to explain what the different like things that we chose are. So basically you walk into this room, and I have some pictures of what it looks like, but there's like a display kitchen and a dining room, and then there's all other selections, like there's a wall of cabinets and countertops and floors and then tiles and faucets and everything on the wall. So I'll put those pictures in. So the first thing that we decided to upgrade was adding the other thing was they couldn't tell us where lights or outlets were, so we really couldn't add any because we didn't know where they were. So that was frustrating as well. So right now I think we'll have like 1 light or cap in every room, and that's gonna be that. So in our kitchen, we were originally talking about adding palette lights, and now it's gonna be something that we're gonna have to do after. But we have an island in our kitchen, so we will have 1 capped light over top of the island that we could either get someone to split into 2 to do like 2 pendants over the island, or get one of those like branched fixtures, which I think is more what we'll do. So we got 1 of those. Next we upgraded, so the other thing was when we bought it, there were certain incentives to help you, like to get you to buy. So there were A, B, or C, and we chose whatever one it was hardwood floors and hardwood stairs. We were told that everybody else had more than us, so whether that's people just asked for more and got it, I don't really know. I don't really know the point of the person telling us that like repeatedly, other than the fact that we were taken advantage of when we purchased this house 3 years ago. So again, I guess if you're going through this experience, ask for more, because you never know what you could get. Yeah. If you can tell, this whole experience has been somewhat negative. I'm trying to just be honest, but as you can imagine, like, it's been 3 years. I think that the one positive of us having this appointment was we picked out finishes and stuff like that that we would want probably in any house. So at least if this house doesn't end up working out, that we know like what kind of cabinets we would gravitate towards, and countertops and floor finishes and stuff like that. So that's kind of like the one thing, but I also wasn't like incredibly enthused with the selection. So we got the light over the island, and then we upgraded to stain the floors. So I will put a picture in that has the two stains that we were looking at and my feet and the floor, we chose the one on the left. So then we upgraded the kitchen cabinets like multiple levels, and extended the cabinets as well. So the one thing they said is you have 9-foot ceilings, but the cabinets are only going to go to here. So there's going to be like a big space between the ceiling and the cabinet. So you're going to want to pay to do that, which is really annoying, but we did that, even though I probably won't even be able to reach it, but that's fine. So I'll put the picture in of the cabinets, the floors, and then there's the tile that will be in our kitchen, which was standard. Next, we upgraded to a quartz countertop with a breakfast bar. The one thing that I really wanted was a breakfast bar because we don't have any furniture. So I figured when we move in, if we have a breakfast bar, we could at least eat there until we find a table that we love. And the person at the appointment said that if you get like a laminate countertop, you're paying to extend that to a breakfast bar, and then if you're going to replace that countertop, you're essentially throwing out that money that you paid to extend it, which sales pitch, but whatever. We ended up picking quartz countertops, which I actually like. It's the quartz countertop is probably my favorite thing that we picked out. So it's a gray. We got white cabinets, like a darker stain on the floor, like a brownish gray, I guess, and then a grayish floor tile. So it gives you an idea of the color scheme that we were going for. We also paid to upgrade the stain on the stairs, and we got the square stained railing that I'll put a picture of the railing in. It's the middle one. But instead of having like the spindles being round, that if you ever wanted to change that, it would be really annoying. They're square, and those will be stained as well. What else? And then we picked out a standard black knob for our cabinet, so I'll put that picture in. Then we moved on to bathrooms. So we have a master bathroom and then a like main bathroom on the upstairs, and then we have a powder room on the main floor that would just be a pedestal sink that we didn't choose anything, we just kept the tile the same. So we upgraded the cabinets to like a wood looking one for both bathrooms, and chose a fairly neutral tile. So the tile is at the bottom right hand side, and then the left is a glossy one, that would be the shower tiles. So kept it pretty neutral, and they're both going to be the same. The cost wasn't astronomical to upgrade the cabinets for those two. But then it went, okay, and then now the next one, the thing in the middle is the laminate countertop, so that will be the countertop. The carpet is now in the bottom right. The floor shower tile is the 4 squares. The little white stick is the grout color on the floor tile, and then the shower tile is beside the cabinet. And yeah, I said the carpet, we just got basic carpet. That's pretty much it for pictures that I have, but then this is where it went back and forth, and it was like, oh, because you got the quartz countertops, you have to get an undermount sink, that's X amount, and then because you have the undermount sink, you have to pay X amount for the special faucet, so that it doesn't have like the bar that's on the top, that it's just like one hole that it comes out. So there was that. The shower tile, the square tile, was an upgrade, rather than stark white. Yeah, and then there was, you would have had to pay more, like the bathtub that we got is like built in, that it's going to be floor tile like up on the step and then up, and then the shower tile everywhere else, and if you wanted it to all be the same, it was a certain amount of money, and I was like, I don't care, I just want a bathtub. So that's that. I'll put in a picture of what our kitchen will look like. Basically, we're going to build like pull out drawers inside the cabinets to have more drawers because we only have 4 right now. I'll put a picture of our sink, and that's not the faucet. We chose one that's probably less expensive. And I think that's all of the pictures that I have. There was also an upgrade for the microwave provision, so you had to upgrade so that you could plug it in, and then like a cabinet thing for it. So for the microwave, it's going to be combined with a hood fan that goes directly over top of our oven, and we had to pay for the cabinet provisions for it as well as the electrical, which again is a ripoff, but that's what we got. And then the other thing that we upgraded was a frameless shower. So I think it's like a half wall, and then everything else will be glass instead of it being wall and then a curtain that will be done when we move in. So I think that generally, like, if you research what to like invest money in, people say the kitchen and the master bathroom, and I think that that's where we spent most of our money. It does suck that I think there's still going to be things to do when we move in, if we move in, and you have to be careful because there's warranties on things. So if you like touch the wall, then the warranty is void on the wall and all of these things. So if we get to that point, I will share our experience, what we've learned and everything like that. But that was our appointment. We kind of left shell-shocked at prices, about the experience as a whole. I don't really understand how anybody could leave that being happy just because the prices were so crazy. Like, there were certain things that we had wondered about that we didn't even ask because things that we thought were going to be reasonable were not reasonable, that we're like, well, there's no way that's going to be even fathomable. So yeah, so like I'm happy with what we picked out. The other thing that sucks is they have a clause that if you make any changes, there's like an admin fee that is essentially just money down the drain. So we're sticking with what we got, and I think that we'll be happy with that. Again, like, at least going forward, we know that we like the white cabinets, like a gray countertop, grayish tile. I wasn't thrilled with the tile choices. I think that was the like one thing. Oh, and in terms of like trim, we went basic. We went basic with all of our faucets except for that kitchen one, like the tub filler, and it's like the basic shower head that we'd have to replace it if we wanted one with like a handheld thing. So I think that a few years ago I would have been really excited for this appointment, and I was just really stressed going into it, and I was stressed leaving it. I definitely wasn't as stressed like this past week as I was the week before it, that I'm happy to have it over and done with. But yeah, it just went a lot differently than we thought. I don't know at this point. I don't know when the next house update will be because I don't know if we're gonna hear anything from them. We are driving by like every weekend because we like, that's the only thing we have, is to know if there's stuff happening or if there's not. Like, the person at the appointment didn't even know that foundations had been poured. So I don't know. If you have any questions about this experience, you can let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Like I said, I think that this video would be a lot different for somebody who was like custom building their house, or like knowing for sure that that was the house that they are going to end up in. And there's a lot of factors that are like stopping me from saying that. And like I've said before, like maybe years down the road I'll go into it, but right now it's just very much up in the air. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video or learned something from our experience. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know down below, and I will be back at some point with a house update. I don't know when, because we don't know really what's going on. But yeah, thank you if you've been following along on this like saga that is us trying to get into our first home. It's definitely gone a lot differently than I thought it would. And yeah, I don't know. It just is, it's been a long 3 years, and the next like 4 months are probably going to be pretty long. But the beginning of February we'll have some clarity, so I'm just looking forward to that day. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more if you want to continue to follow this. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.